Hey you guys, so has Super Micro finally peaked? Did it finally hit its all-time high, never to be reached again? I don't know, I cannot say for sure, but I will say it was an incredibly wild ride up there and it didn't seem sustainable. I mean, you guys all know, it was up above what, $1,200 per share, and every day it was going up like 10, 15, 20%. That was insane. Anyways, what I wanted to do today is look at another company that I noticed was in a really good mutual fund manager's portfolio, but has not been talked about, not nearly as much hype. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen another video on YouTube talking about this. I'm not saying there aren't other videos, I'm just saying nobody that I've watched on YouTube actually talks about this company. First, let's look just at some basic numbers regarding Super Micro Computer, that's SMCI. This is a company with a PE currently of 78.22. Doesn't mean a whole lot, price earnings ratios, but it's an indicator of how expensive something is compared to how much money the company makes. Super Micro is still insanely valued. That's a very high PE. The market cap for this company has finally dropped below $50 billion. As of today, it's at $48 billion market cap. I can't say relative to anything else whether that is high or not, but I will say the stock price has now come down to $880.44 just before I made this video. So this is a big drop from its highs of just 2 or 3 weeks ago when it was up around 1,200 a share. Now here's the company that I noticed was in the same portfolio as Super Micro, and this is Vertiv Holdings, Vertiv, and the ticker is VRT. And I'm not going to go really deep in this video unless you guys want me to make a video on Vertiv, but I will say that this particular company makes and services data centers. They make these modules, like modular racks that hold. They design, manufacture, and service critical data infrastructure technology, power, cool, deploy, store, and transmit data. Their hardware is similar in some ways to what Super Micro Computer does. They're based in Ohio, and their stock has done phenomenally well, not only in 2023, but now into 2024. So there has been continued buying of this stock, but I have not seen a lot of the sell-offs, and I think that might just be because this has not been hyped as much as Super Micro. The PE is still pretty high. It's 64.74 compared to the 78.22 for Super Micro, and the market cap is 29 billion. So just taking a slightly deeper dive, what I'd like to do for these companies is look at their balance sheets. For Super Micro, just to keep consistent here, they've been growing their assets on their balance sheets. So taking a look at Super Micro's balance sheet, in 2022, they had $2.8 billion in total current assets. Then the next year, they had $3.1 billion. And then as of December of 2023, they had $4.8 billion on their balance sheet. I like to see assets growing on the balance sheet. So this is a very good sign for Super Micro Computer. And then I like to look at a company's total debt. And their total debt is $375 million. And the long-term debt is $99.3 million. So to me, this is actually not a bad sign. A lot of companies have some debt, but the amount of debt that they have, their total debt of $375 million, is really small compared to their $4.8 billion in total assets. So if they wanted, they could pay down all that debt. That's a good sign for Super Micro. And now taking a look at Vertiv, okay, they also have been growing their assets. In 2021, they had $2.7 billion. In 2022, they had $3.1 billion. And then at the end of 2023, December 31st, they had $4.0 billion in assets on their balance sheet. That is a great progression. I like to see that. However, their long-term debt is $2.9 billion. So while it's manageable, they have a much higher debt level over at Vertiv. So I just wanted to look at those two companies because I think a lot of you guys have heard of Super Micro, but Vertiv is not a company that I don't think has been on everybody's radar. I don't own either of these, and this video is not investment advice. But I just thought some of you guys would like to know about Vertiv just because it's sort of in the same general sector, part of the semiconductor field as Super Micro, but it's a company that I don't particularly think has gotten the same hype. And I also wanted to mention that I found out about this through the portfolio of a mutual fund manager who knows the sector really well. And what surprised me a little bit was that after an incredible performance for both of these stocks in 2023, these are both top 5 holdings of his going into 2024. So he didn't get scared away by the higher valuations, and perhaps he had the courage to kind of look at what's going on with nvda and realize that as nvda continues to grow, companies like Vertiv and Super Micro that support their products are in a good position to continue selling their data center hardware. So thanks so much for watching this video. If you're not yet a subscriber, I love to share with you guys what I know about small cap stock investing, particularly stocks that are in the semiconductor sector. So if this is something that you would like to learn more about, then I think you're going to like some of the next videos that I'm going to be uploading to this channel. So make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell, and then you'll get a heads up whenever I make a new video. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.